Howdy, friends. Happy Monday to you all. I hope you enjoyed your odd weathered weekend. Kind of a miserable evening last night, although I'll be honest, I prefer cooler temperatures, so I'm okay with this. Last week we talked about some parables in Matthew. I'm going to start with some more familiar ones again this week, some parables. We're going to start with the Good Shepherd today in the Gospel of John. I'm going to read it for you and talk a little bit about it. This is one of those odd ones where we really love the language, but not necessarily everything else comes with it. So here we go. Very truly, I tell you, anyone who does not enter the sheepfold through the gate, but climbs by another way, is a thief and a bandit. The one who enters the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep hear his voice. He calls his own sheep by his name and leads them out. When he's brought them out of his own, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow because they know his voice. They will not follow a stranger, but they will run from him because they do not know the voice of the strangers. Jesus used this figure of speech with them, but they did not understand what he was saying to them. Common refrain, right? So again, Jesus said to them, very truly tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and bandits, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved and will come and go and find the pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. It's part of the U.C.C. slogan. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand who is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away. And the wolf snatches them and scatters them. The hired hand runs away because the hired hand does not care for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold, and I must bring them along also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd. For the reason the Father loves me, because I lay my life down in order to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down for my own accord. I have the power to lay it down, and I have the power to take it up again. I have received this command from my Father. So the story of the Good Shepherd, right? In this parable, Jesus talks about himself being the gate to the pasture, but also the shepherd. Kind of back and forth, multiple images on top of multiple images. We have the line, I came that they may have life and have it abundantly, which the U.C.C. has used since its inception as a slogan because it's the words of Christ. It's part of the purpose of Jesus was that we have life, true life, both in this and whatever the next may hold through life and the resurrection. In this, the imagery about the shepherd, he talks about there are some who are concerned about the sheep and others who are concerned just trying to take the sheep and sell them, rip them apart and things like this. That language is not unusual. It makes a lot of sense when you think about what is the shepherd do. The shepherd cares about the sheep. Someone who's hired to take care of them and has no real ownership because it doesn't matter to them. Why would they do anything important? What would they care? It's not theirs. And Jesus takes ownership of the sheep. Now, in this passage, he also references something a little bit different. I know my own, and my own know me, as I know the Father, and the Father knows me, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold. I must bring them along. Most scholars, when they read this, will say Jesus is referencing to those who are not in the in crowd, as it were. So in the ancient day, that would be the Jewish family. He's saying there are sheep that don't belong to this fold. That would be Gentiles or heathens or however you want to do it. Those who do not follow the ways of the Jewish faith as it was back then. In our modern era, the way we look at this is talking about that Jesus, in fact, as the good shepherd, as the gate, is the one who calls to the sheep that all are God's sheep. All are the sheep of Christ's pasture, regardless of what you believe, whether you truly believe, whether you're a devout atheist, whether you are someone else, that God's love is so immense that regardless of what you believe, that God claims you even still. And this is pretty awesome stuff in my book. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about another sheep parable because, if you're going to do one, you got to do the other. We'll talk to y'all soon.